The ex-librarians didn't know their work would come in handy when they broke the seal in King Hop's tomb and met an Egyptian dandy. Reverse the curse, reverse the curse. What could be worse? Don't call a hearse.
Let's have books first.
To reverse the curse, reverse the curse. Now let's hop to it.
Watch where you're going, Vera.
Oh, I'm sorry, boss, but it's so dark in here. And I was trying to watch where you were going with the light.
All right, but be careful. One false step and we might destroy something that has existed for over 3,000 years. Wait a minute. What's that?
What? What?
I think this is it, Vera. I think these are the steps leading to the Pharaoh's antechamber. Come on!
I'm coming, I'm coming. Neato-redo.
Neato-redo? Is that all you can say? Why, this has to be the archaeological find of the century. Even better than Howard Carter's discovery of King Tutankhamun's tomb in the 1920s. Vera, we've done it. We have discovered the unplundered tomb of King Hoptuit, the least known pharaoh of the 19th dynasty of the New Kingdom in ancient Egypt. This is no laughing matter, Vera. Do you know how long I have worked towards this moment? The ridicule I've had to put up with, being a librarian from Nebraska, turned archaeologist and adventurer.
Who's laughing?
That's the spirit, Vera. Did you say Ka, Vera? You're absolutely right. In Egyptian, Ka means the spirit. And now that I'm a full-fledged archaeologist, I should use the lingo of the trade.
But I didn't.
Now, Vera, I've told you, just because all you used to do was dust bookmarks doesn't mean that you are not qualified to be an archaeologist's assistant. Didn't we read every book the library had on the subject?
Yes.
Well, then what's the matter?
I'm scared.
What?
I'm afraid.
I can't hear you, Vera. Speak up.
Well, I just meant to say that I'm deeply and thoroughly concerned that with the least provocation, I might drop dead from fright or something else.
Are you still worried about that silly old curse?
Oh, you bet your sweet mummy I am.
Come on, Vera. I've told you. Well, just because a few people in Howard Carter's party passed on shortly after they found the tomb is merely coincidental with that old warning that whoever breaks the seal on a pharaoh's tomb will die.
Well, maybe. But ever since we broke the seal on this tomb, I haven't felt too well.
Well, that's because there aren't any windows in here. It is a little stuffy.
You can say that again.
There, you see? Now you wait here while I go out in the Jeep and get another lantern. Well, you can start numbering the items.
Oh, you're not gonna leave me down here alone, are you?
Now, Vera, are you an archaeologist's assistant or are you not?
Well, I don't know. Maybe I should think about it for a while.
Come on, Vera. If you get jittery, you can sing to yourself. That'll cheer you up.
When the sky above you turns dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Boss! Soon you'll hear me knocking at your door. You just call out my name, boss, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Oh, winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes, I will. Now, ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you and take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them.
You just call out my name,
Boss!
and you know wherever I am,
Boss!
I'll come running.
Boss!
What are you yelling about, Vera? I could hear you all the way out in the Jeep.
Oh!
Let's get out of here.
Please, don't go. It's been so long since I've had anyone to talk to.
But you're dead.
Oh, I suppose you could put it that way. But actually, I've passed over into my afterlife.
You see, it was really boring just lying around in those bandages, reading the hieroglyphics on my coffin. So I just figured I might as well come out and use some of the stuff they left me as long as it was here.
This is terrific. Absolutely terrific.
It's terrific that we're talking to a 3,000-year-old dead person.
Exactly, Vera. How many people do you know who have found a talking mummy? We'll be famous. Now, Hop. Oh, I may call you Hop.
Oh, sure. All my friends do. Did.
Well, you'll be famous too. King Hop Tuit, the world's only living mummy. And you'll be rich.
But I already am.
Oh, well, will you come with us in the name of science then?
Oh, I can go. But I'm not so sure about you two.
And why not?
Well, you were right about one thing. There is a curse on this tomb.
A curse?
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. But no, we had to come barging in where we don't belong.
What does this curse say?
Well, I'm not quite sure. You see, my Uncle Read-a-Book was my chief scribe, and he took care of all that stuff.
Please, try to remember.
What difference does it make? We're doomed.
Well, it went something like, whomsoever tramples this sacred ground, or something like that, shall not survive the year.
Mama?
Unless...
Unless what?
Oh, give me a break, will ya? It's not like I heard this just yesterday.
Sorry, take your time.
I don't seem to remember much more, except it had something to do with literature. My Uncle Read-a-Book was a real nut about it.
Well, I used to be a librarian. Maybe I could figure it out if you could remember more of it.
You just call out my name, my artifact.
Oh, I really liked that song. Of course, we mostly had songs in the oral tradition in my day. Writing was the latest craze, but there still weren't too many individual authors like the person who wrote the poem in that song.
Oral and written traditions. Why, those are the two major types of literature. You know about that?
Of course. Ours was a very advanced society. And my uncle was a real strict teacher. Oral literature has stories that have been handed down in cultural groups by word of mouth, and they are told out loud, while written literature has stories that have usually been written by only one author, like the person who wrote that song we sang. Who was it?
Carole King, who can look forward to writing many more songs over the years.
Well, do you suppose that the curse has something to do with oral and written traditions?
Oh, could be. I'm a little rusty on old Egyptian songs, though. Do you know an oral song we can sing?
Well, I've been working on the railroad, down in the valley.
Down in the valley. That sounds like a good one.
Well, now this one was handed down by the pioneers in the western United States about 100 years ago.
Who are now all dead. I'm going to go out and look at the sunset. It might be my last.
The United States. What an exotic name. It sounds so primitive and exciting. Have you ever been there?
Why, Vera and I come from that primitive and exotic place. That's funny. I never thought of it like that. I always thought Egypt was an exotic place.
Now that's funny. Will you sing that song from your exotic pioneers?
Why, I would be happy to, huh? Down in the valley, valley so low, hang your head over, hear the wind blow.
know I love you, dear. Know I love you. Angels in heaven know I love you. Will you be mine, dear? Will you be mine? Answer this question. Will you be mine?
Down in the valley, valley so low, hang your head over, hear the wind blow. Hear the wind blow, dear, hear the wind blow. Hang your head over, hear the wind blow. Oh, that was really pretty. And it seemed to remind me of something. Hear the wind blow. No. Hang your head over. Over! That's it. If I hang my head over, I can see my feet. My Uncle Rita book hid the scroll to the curse in my sandal. If His Royal Highness thinks you should live, some knowledge of literature you must give. The clues are in the elements of oral and written. Start with the hieroglyphics by the Egyptian kitten. Oh, my Uncle Rita book was really a funny guy. Oh, I guess you'd have to be there.
Well, maybe we will be if we don't start working on those clues pretty soon. Hey, Vera! Well, Vera may be a little excitable, but she does know her hieroglyphics.
Well, I wasn't so bad in hieroglyphics class myself, but I did like read work a lot better. Did you see this flute I made?
Oh, such craftsmanship. Oh, well, I guess deciphering the clues is more important than this discovery right now. Fame and fortune will have to wait till we find out whether we're going to live or not. By the way, I'm Meg Mead, and this is Vera Leary.
The former Vera Leary.
How do you do? Oh, this is going to be so much fun. I have a lot of catching up to do. I'm sure glad you guys came along.
Yeah, I'm tickled to death.
Now, Vera, you get to work on these hieroglyphics while I go back to the hotel and get some books. Well, it looks like we have a chance.
We do? Well, then let me at those squiggly lines. I'm gonna reverse this curse if it kills me. I didn't say that.